morning, folks. Welcome back. I'm doing a video this morning. In a second, I'll get to my video. I'm going to do a shout out to Jerry Breen, formerly Cape Jack, now a longtime resident of Mulgrave, and his lovely wife. Hello, Laurie. So he's a very loyal viewer. A good morning shout out to Jerry Breen. Breen rhymes with green, and well, next month we're almost a month away from St. John Patrick's Day, and it's the morning of green. I'm wearing a green shirt, so Breen and green rhyme, and his wonderful wife Laurie. Good morning to you each. Now, the video this morning is a tribute to the late Donald Jerome MYETTE. Everybody knew him as Jerome MYETTE. He was a neighbor up the street, and I've never done one solo. I'm doing this for a reason. It's approximately a year and a half since Jerome's gone on to his Lord, Redeemer, and Maker. And he was we're about the same age. He was an only child. I was the only child. I was 5. He was the only child until he was, 5, 6, or 7, whatever, maybe a little bit more. So we're both only children, and he had all these. His father, late Anthony MYETTE, worked on the Christmas trees. This wonderful Margaret's still with us, and that lady's going to go for 100. I'm certain she'll go for 100. Her attitude is wonderful, and smiley cat, and good outlook, and great belief in God. Anyway, it's extremely important for long life. And so anyway, his father worked in Christmas trees down at Sam Lowen's here in Tracadie Long, and he get all these little gifts come up from Boston, New York, where the trees went. And boy, you go to their home, and they had, my mother used to tell her, if you needed a gift for a birthday, he had stacks of toys this high. Used to be, what was it, Lego and Pop-O-Matic, and not Lego, but Monopoly, and there were all these board games very popular. Okay, and so he had all kinds of toys and games, and it was just like going up there with something like the $5 toy department in Atlantic. It was wonderful. So he was a good kid. He was a likable kid, and he later married a girl from Mulgrave, I believe, and went to Port Hawkesbury. And I say good morning to his widow Cheryl. She's a fine lady in her own right, and there's a daughter and a son. And he were in the same grade, and he had some cousins, and he was a good guy, and he loved Superman. That's the point I want to make about his stuff. Superman was big back in the 60s. There was Batman, Robin, Superman, and they come up to Mother's Wake, and I said, "It's Superman! It's Superman!" He loved Superman. That Superman was his hero, and he enjoyed that. He enjoyed Superman guy very much. And I'm going to mention his father briefly. It's a cold morning today. It's a bright, cold, clear morning. His father, poor guy, got killed coming back from eeling with a neighbor. The eel, it's like it's a saltwater eels, and they're quite good. They have the good cholesterol in them, so they're healthy to eat. You eat eels, you're big, strong, your heart's in good shape, you live to be old. And so poor guy got killed coming back from Ealing, and it reminds me of that this morning. It's a cold, clear morning, and there's ice action in the harbour. We've had a very mild winter. In fact, I noticed on the news early this morning out in New York that it's going to be 50 or 60 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius, 50 or 60 degrees Fahrenheit in Boston, in New York, in New Jersey this weekend. So that's mild. That's mild. So the hake is supposed to mild up here too, but it's a cold, clear morning, and you get eels through the ice. You chop or bore a hole in the ice, and you go with a spear, and you get the eels out, and you clean them and skin them, and you cook them, and they're quite nutritious. And it's wonderful about Margaret. I call her Margaret Anthony, because her maiden name was Margaret Decoff, and she's in a big family. I did a video last fall on 5 of her uncles. Okay, they all veterans of World War II. 5. Brave, gutsy family. Mrs. Decoff, Margaret, Jerome's mother, Margaret, maiden name Decoff, and her mother's maiden name, the 5 Welch. And there was 5 brothers in that family, 5 of her uncles, 5 of her mother's brothers went for World War II. And remarkable. One remarkable family. And her mother lived right on, and just something about Margaret. She got zip in piss and vinegar and driving her, and great faith in God, and says her prayers and a healthy eater. She's tall and lean. No, Weight Watchers is not going to make any money in her. They take in remarkable woman. I'm certain if she's watching this morning or video was uploaded later today, Margaret, one of these days, and I don't know, what is it, 18 or so years, approximately now 18, 19 years, we'll be doing a video, a tribute to Margaret on your 100th birthday. So anyway, my relatively brief video on the late Donald Jerome MYETTE. Jerome MYETTE, and why did the guy die? He takes, and it was cardiovascular, heart or stroke related, and the poor guy died at 61. Okay, 61 years old, but to his children and his wife, very much alive, and his mother, they're all wonderful. It's a wonderful crew. So I wish you a good New Year and good Thursday morning to all of you. And so we'll say a prayer for Jerome. This is very important. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as is in heaven. And give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, and deliver us from evil. Amen. And somebody knows him very well, made a comment, and it's true, that knew Jerome very well. I'm going to conclude with this comment. Jerome had a heart of gold. He had a heart of gold. And with that, I got to go, and I wish you all the best. God bless, and a tribute to the late Jerome MYETTE, who was my schoolhood classmate and neighbor up the road for many years. Thank you. Bye for now.